Good evening. Today we're going to present our physics project, which is creating coilguns, which are a form of particle accelerators functioning with electromagnets. So in this case, we have a camera flash assembly here, so with a battery, a transformer, and a switch, so we can decide when we want to charge the capacitor. Connected to it in series, we have a on and off switch, so we don't fire ourselves while charging the capacitors. Over here we have a capacitor bank composed of 4 capacitors of similar voltage in parallel to increase the current intensity coming out when the current is discharged. Over here is the connected solenoid, which is the source of the electric field. In this case, it's using 30 gauge wire, so very thin. They have a very high amount of wire per distance. In this case, the distance being 1.5 centimeters. Okay, so this is the first test with the very small gauge solenoid. So as soon as we press the button, we're going to start charging the capacitor bank. If you hear a small whine in the background, that's the sound of the capacitors charging. If you noticed, there's a 45-degree angle with the solenoid. That's to maximize the range of the projectile. We're going to wait a bit longer just to make sure the capacitors are fully charged. As you can see, a range of about 50 centimeters. We're going to verify the exact range shortly. Okay, so this is the first test of the large gauge capacitor. This is 22 gauge wire. As you can see, the range is much shorter, and this is due to the smaller ratio of amount of wire to distance in the coil. Okay, so this is another solenoid with a medium gauge, so about 26 gauge, and a lot of layers, in this case 8, so the distance should be enormous. If you heard the sound of the click, that's the solenoid hitting the windowsill up there.